Book 3, The Ice Planet of Glacier. The portal from the water world of Aquos didn't drop Sonic and Shadow off gently. Instead, they tumbled out into a swirling white blizzard. Whoosh! The wind howled like a hungry wolf, and the ground beneath their feet was as smooth as glass. Booah! I should have brought a jacket. Sonic chattered, his teeth clicking together. He tried to run, but his sneakers couldn't find any grip. His legs went in circles like a cartoon character before he fell flat on his face. Thump! Shadow didn't slip. He activated the small jets in his rocket boots, hovering just an inch above the ice. The temperature is dropping rapidly, Sonic. We need to find the frostbite ring before our circuits and our toes freeze solid. Shadow checked his wrist scanner. A small blue dot was blinking in the distance. The ring is located inside the crystal caverns, at the heart of the Great Glacier. We have to move fast. Fast is my middle name, Sonic said, finally standing up and using his hands to steady himself. But maybe today my middle name should be Careful. As they began to trek across the frozen wasteland, the snow began to clear. They saw giant ice sculptures that looked like frozen waves, and mountains that sparkled like diamonds under a pale, purple sun. It was beautiful, but dangerous. K-crack! The ice beneath Sonic began to spiderweb with deep blue lines. Oh! Shadow! Suddenly, the ground gave way. Sonic began to slide down a massive ice flume, faster than a bobsled. Woohoo! I mean, help! Shadow dove after him, tucking his arms in to gain speed. They were zipping through a natural tunnel made of solid ice, turning and twisting through the mountain. Zoom! They shot out of the end of the tunnel and landed in a giant, glowing cavern. Thousands of icicles hung from the ceiling like chandeliers. In the center of the room, sitting on a throne of pure ice, was the frostbite ring. It was white and silver, glowing with a cold, pale light. There it is! Sonic cried, shaking the snow off his quills. But before they could reach it, the ground began to shake. Stomp! 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 A massive robot, 3 times the size of Shadow, rose from the snow. It was a snow crusher, a heavy metal badnik with giant spiked balls for hands. And sitting in a heated glass dome on its shoulder was a holograph of Dr. Robotnik. He was wearing a fluffy winter hat and drinking a cup of hot cocoa. You're a long way from the beach, Sonic. Robotnik's voice echoed through the cave. I've upgraded my robots with antifreeze technology. You, however, look like you're ready to become a hedgehog-flavored popsicle. The snow crusher swung its spiked hand, smashing a giant pillar of ice. Crash! Shadow, the floor is too slippery for a spin attack. Sonic yelled, dodging another swing. Shadow nodded. Then we don't use the floor. Sonic, use the icicles. Sonic understood. He jumped from the ground and grabbed onto a large icicle hanging from the ceiling. He swung like a gymnast, flying from one icicle to the next, higher and higher. Below him, the robot was trying to swat him like a fly, but it was too slow. Over here, Buckethead. Sonic teased. While the robot was looking up, Shadow was busy on the ground. He used his chaos power to create a localized burst of heat. Chaos blast. Boom! The ice beneath the robot's heavy feet began to melt, turning into a puddle of slick water. The snow crusher tried to stand, but its heavy weight caused it to slide uncontrollably. It flailed its arms, smashing into the cave walls. Now, Sonic! Shadow shouted. Sonic let go of the ceiling and curled into a tight ball. With the gravity of the fall, he hit the robot's power core with the force of a falling star. KPOW! The snow crusher exploded into a shower of nuts and bolts. Robotnik's hologram flickered and disappeared. This isn't the end. I have one more surprise for you. Sonic landed softly and walked over to the throne. He picked up the frostbite ring. As he held it, the cold didn't bother him anymore. The ring gave him the power of ice traction. Now, he could run on ice just as easily as on grass. 3 rings down, Shadow said, his breath visible in the cold air. But the next one won't be so easy. My scanner is picking up a massive heat signature. The next portal is opening, and it's getting hot. A swirling orange and red portal appeared in the middle of the cave. Sonic smiled, feeling the warmth. Anything is better than freezing. Let's go, Shadow. They jumped into the fire, leaving the frozen world of Glacier behind. Book 4, The Fire Planet of Vulcan. If Glacier was a freezer, Planet Vulcan was a giant oven. Sonic and Shadow stepped out of the portal and immediately started sweating. The ground was made of black volcanic rock, and rivers of glowing orange lava flowed all around them. The sky was a deep, smoky red, and giant volcanoes in the distance were shooting sparks into the air like fireworks. Okay, maybe I like the ice better, Sonic said, wiping his forehead. Shadow looked around. Stay on the black rock, Sonic. One slip into that lava, and even your speed won't save you. The Ember Core Ring is located at the very top of Mount Magma, the largest volcano on the planet. Great, Sonic sighed. A giant mountain of fire. Just what I wanted for my birthday. As they started their climb, the ground began to rumble. Rumble, shake, crack. A group of magma mechs emerged from the lava rivers. They were robots made of heat-resistant metal, shaped like giant crabs. Instead of claws, they had flamethrowers. Whoosh! Watch out! Shadow yelled, pushing Sonic out of the way of a blast of fire. Shadow jumped into the air. Chaos Spear! The bolts of energy hit the robots, but the magma mechs just absorbed the heat. They were powered by fire. Shadow, your energy is making them stronger. Sonic noticed. We need to use something else. Sonic looked around and saw a giant pressurized steam vent in the rock. Hey, Shadow. If we can break that vent, the cold steam will short them out. Shadow understood. He used his strength to punch the rock covering the vent. A massive cloud of white steam blasted out, hitting the magma mechs. The sudden change from hot to cold caused their metal shells to crack. Sonic zipped through the steam, hitting the weakened robots and knocking them into the hardened rock. Teamwork makes the dream work. They continued their climb. The higher they went, the hotter it got. The air was thick with ash. Finally, they reached the rim of the great volcano. In the center of a lake of bubbling lava, floating on a tiny island of stone, was the Ember Core Ring. It was glowing with a fierce, burning orange light. But standing between them and the ring was Dr. Robotnik himself. He wasn't a hologram this time. He was inside a giant, flying egg spider with long, heat-shielded legs. Welcome to my kitchen, Sonic. Robotnik laughed, his voice amplified by the volcano's walls. I'm about to cook up a victory. The Ember Core Ring will give my egg spider the power to melt any city in the world. The egg spider began to spray a special fire web across the path, blocking Sonic and Shadow. You can't run when the floor is on fire. Sonic looked at the ring, then at the lava. Shadow, I can't reach the island. The path is gone. Shadow looked at his boots. Sonic, take the frostbite ring from your pocket. Use its power to freeze the lava. Sonic took out the white ring. He held it tight and ran as fast as he could toward the lava lake. As he ran, a trail of frost followed his feet. Crackle, snap, pop. The lava turned into solid, black rock wherever Sonic stepped. He was creating his own bridge. Stop him! Robotnik screamed. The egg spider fired a barrage of heat missiles. Shadow jumped in front of Sonic, using his chaos shield to deflect the missiles back at the robot. Boom! Boom! The X-Spider tilted to the side, one of its legs snapping off. Sonic reached the island and grabbed the Ember Core ring. Vroom! The ring's power flowed through him. Suddenly, the heat didn't feel hot anymore. He felt energized, like he had a sun burning inside his chest. Sonic used the firepower to launch himself like a rocket. He smashed into the X-Spider's main engine. Time to cool off, Robotnik. The X-Spider began to spin out of control. No! My beautiful machine. I'll get you for this, Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik ejected in his pod just as the Spider-Bot fell into the lava. Splash! Sonic landed back on the rim of the volcano next to Shadow. He held up the 2 newest rings. That's 4 rings, Shadow. More than halfway there. Shadow looked at the horizon. The portals are getting more unstable. Robotnik is getting desperate. The next world is unlike anything we've seen. It's a world of shadows and echoes. A dark, purple portal began to open, whispering with strange sounds. Planet Echo, Shadow whispered. The 5th ring is waiting. Let's go. They stepped into the darkness, the heat of Vulcan fading away into a mysterious silence.